This is the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy EARTHRISE 2-pack of Voyager class Ramjet and Dirge. This set is supposedly an Amazon exclusive, and I picked this set up at EARTHRISE. Here's a quick look at the back of the packaging. Now, we've been getting reports that there's an issue with the Dirge figure on the legs, the wings, some paint apps, pin joints being misplaced here and there, lack of screws. I can only hope that this sealed box that I picked up is completely quality issue free, and hopefully they're all perfect figures. And here are Ramjet and Dirge out of packaging, and boy, these figures are amazing. I am just so enamored and ecstatic about these figures. I absolutely love them, considering the fact that the set is incredibly difficult to find and purchase at this point in time. I'm just so happy to have them, but for them to be actually amazing figures more than doubles my happiness with these figures. They look great. Now, having said all that, I do have one minor complaint. My complaint is their weapons. They've been recycled and just repainted molds of the Seeker's guns. Now, I don't blame Hasbro for that, because I think what they were going for was show accuracy. If you remember in the cartoon, the cone heads were depicted with the same null ray blasters or laser blasters that the original Seekers had. However, I was completely expecting Hasbro to do the toy accurate versions of these figures. If you remember the original G1 toys, these cone heads were differentiated by the huge heft of their weapons. Like Dirge had this Sharpie marker looking guns, while Ramjet had these big, huge missile torpedo thruster weapons that I thought set them apart from the original Seekers. And I was kind of hoping they'd do this. I mean, they could have easily done like just one single mold, one single fat null ray blaster for all three of them. I wouldn't have minded that. I would have felt that was okay, even if it was not completely toy accurate, but at least it would differentiate their weapons from the Seekers. So whether Hasbro was going for toy accuracy or just sheer laziness, we'll never know. Nevertheless, I'm still very pleased with these figures. I think the best part of these figures are their killer head sculpt. Ramjet has the serious looking face, while Dirge has the screaming face, and I figure Thrust will have a different expression. I'm hoping they give us a different expression for Thrust, like a laughing face or whatever. But I thought their head sculpts were killer. They got that metallic gunmetal gray face paint apps on them, some red eyes. Colors on them are so show accurate. I love it. It's like they're done in this matte, muted colors, like the maroon and the beige that they use for these figures. It's just so cartoon looking, show accurate. I'm just really digging these colors. The knee pads, or the shin pieces, have also been changed, which will affect the transformation of the legs. I'll show that off later. And speaking of the original Seeker mold, here are Ramjet and Dirge with the original Seekers from the EARTHRISE line. We've got Thundercracker, Starscream, and Skywarp. And as you can see, they've really enlarged the shin pieces by giving bigger knees, which really reflect how they look like in the cartoon and even in the toy. And now for transformation. We'll start with Ramjet. Remove his weapons. Go ahead and transform the arms. This. Okay. Okay. And pull out the chest piece. That. Cover the head with the actual nose cone. Fake nose cone for their heads, like that. Go ahead and fold the arms like this. And collapse that whole chest cavity back in. And then here we go with the legs. Go ahead and fold down the feet like that, straighten out the wings, open up the shin pieces, and then collapse the lower legs onto the thighs as you would Starscream or the original Seeker mold. Go ahead and combine them like that. And here's the difference. You don't have to lift the waist piece, you have to keep it down. And these pieces, they just fold over that waist piece. I know, I found it weird. There was a point when I haven't read the instructions because I thought it was going to be the same. I was actually trying to squeeze in these panels right here to they would plug in over there, just under the waist. But after a few tries, I decided to just read the instructions, and sure enough, you weren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to do this. It's a nice fit. They've actually molded that shin part to just accommodate that whole waist section, okay? And at this point, it's just a matter of folding down these small wing pieces like that. Okay, and completing the transformation. Add the weapons right here. See, had they made those thick weapons, those thick missile-like, torpedo-like weapons, it would have been a much better aesthetic in jet mode. But as it is, it's still great. Still show accurate, toy accurate. I love the white, this sort of off-white color, cream color, mixed with this deep brick red maroon color. Nice Decepticon logos right here. No hiccups on the transformation, no hiccups on quality control issues. Pretty awesome. Now let's go to Dirge. I did encounter one very minor quality control issue with this figure. It's not in the legs as what most people are saying. It's actually on this elbow or the forearm, which I'll show off now. When you transform him, you're supposed to do this, and just like Ramjet, you're supposed to squeeze in and put this entire piece inside that bicep area, okay? But I couldn't. And the main reason was this particular rivet right here. That rivet had punctured and protruded and pierced this piece right here, but not completely. And this piece right here was skewed at an angle. It was extending well beyond its supposed dimensions or specifications. So what I did was I got a pair of small pliers and I had to squeeze this piece right here so that that pin could completely go through this plastic piece and this plastic piece wouldn't be sticking out. And with that, I was able to fold that piece and put it inside that bicep area without squeezing it with these pliers. I wouldn't be able to transform the forearm properly and wouldn't be able to do this. But other than that, I didn't find any other hiccup or any other problems with this mold. So I guess I got lucky. I mean, if you consider that lucky. I'm glad there's not too much mold degradation after doing it a 5th time with these figures, with these Seekers, cone heads. And I'm hoping thrust will still stay tight and there won't be too much mold degradation on that figure as well. And fold this, do this, do that, fold this, fold that. Okay, go ahead and collapse. I think it's better if you just join the legs first before tabbing them in like this. Fold down that hip piece and just collapse the whole shin area on top. This. Okay. With this variation of the mold, there's very little chance of these wing parts or wing pieces popping off. Not like with the Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp figures that just love to pop off. And there you go. There is Dirge in his jet mode. Great figure. Great jet mode. And again, like I said, had the weapons been thicker, it would have been a better aesthetic. But as it is, that's just the way it is. So looking absolutely fantastic. I love these jet modes. And for some size comparisons, here's something different. Here they both are with the Horrorcons, Snapdragon and Apeface. And as you can see, they scale nicely. So there you have it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed my video review of the Transformers Generations EARTHRISE 2-pack Ramjet and Dirge. This set, albeit I have some issues with the weapons choice, it's still going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I absolutely love this set. It's just a shame that it's an exclusive and it's going to be very difficult to acquire for a lot of collectors. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this set. Is this set something you're going to hunt for, you're just going to wait for on clearance, or you're just going to give up on? Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.